hot air balloon.
Hadi gel kardeş. You're four people. Here. Hadi.
Anlaşılmadı.
Beni fırlatıyorum, bekliyorum.
Anlaşıldı.
We are literally levitating.
மேலே மேலே போயிட்டே இருக்கிறா
நீ மேலே தானே போவோம் கீழேயா போவோம் அந்த பலூன் எடு
சூப்பராக
அந்த பலூன் எடுறா பக்கத்தில் இருக்க பலூன்
Sadece şey var. Anlaşıldı. Bir alan bulacak. Geliyor. Üstüm serbest mi?
Şey, patron fonu.
2, 4, 5, bir de sen 6, bir de ben 7 bu kadar.
Şu an 200 lira değil. Yarın yavaş geçiyor.
Anlaşıldı. 2150'deyim. 2,5 value geliyorum. Patır sonra patır.
Görüyor musun beni şu anda? Aslında çıkmıyorum çünkü seviyede gidiyorum 2700'de 185 kilometre.
Anlaşıldı. 1,5 value tırmanışta bıraktım kendi haline. 2500'lerde seviye alacağım. Kayan abi mandıranın oradan dereyi geçip sol taraftaki yoldan gezin abi.
Anlaşıldı.
రైట్ లెఫ్ట్
Kayan abi doğru. Abi muhtemelen ben mandıra tarafına inemeyeceğim. Diğer ucu yakalarsam eğer motor gelişine takiple konuşuyorum.
Necmi abi ablasından Necmi abi neredesiniz abi?
Aşağıdan bir yer rüzgarda haber ediyor musunuz?
İşte olmayan
Aynen üzerine geldi malumat.
கயிறு கிட்ட போய் கீழே வேகமாக இறங்குது. கயிறு பிடிக்கிற மாதிரி ரெடி ஆகிக்கும். பாக்கெட்டில் வச்சுக்கோ, கயிறு பிடி. இப்போ இறங்கிட்டு இருக்கோம். Nizama kadar gelin abi. Böyle devam edecek olursam
Alparslan Tova 8-9 kilometre, haberin olsun. Zorlama ortak, birini ağrıtma.
O şimdi gevşeyebilir belki Özgür.
Şu tarafa ağzı açılıyor sana doğru. Tamam mı abi?
Hamam. Hamam.
Takıyorum ammama kurtulandım.
The hot air balloon just settled down.
Today because we are good landing, safely landing. Okay. Together. One. Two, and three.
Sad to stay squish. They literally made certificates for me and my family for taking a ride in hot air balloon. Hello guys, I'm here in Cappadocia, and you see this side like looks like a long mountain, right? This was once a volcano. Okay, you see Cappadocia got its name from beautiful horses in Turkish. So when you see this, I mean this mountain like thing, which was once a volcano, in the bottom you can see red marks. That's just an iron, that's just iron oxide. And you see there's an yellow line, and that's the sulfur. And the top is full of basalt rocks. These were caves, and when it even is summer, the caves are always at 17 to 19 degrees, which is very cold. Even in summer, even in winter, it's the same degrees. This is called the Evil Eye. I don't know why it's called the Evil Eye, because it's full of covered by this eye-like sculpture. So we are going to the underground of this fortress, which is in Cappadocia Fortress. So before the birth of Jesus Christ, they will see from the top to the north if any of the enemy people or like the Persians come from there, so they could go to the underground cities and hide themselves. They literally have 37 cities in underground. These are stones and jades they use. Artifact they make. Statues. These chessboards. Like timers, clocks, and stuff like that. I think these were called what was that? From Minecraft. Yeah, from Minecraft. These were called what was that? Oh god, I forgot. So these were jades with some materials have. I mean, these jades, okay, these copper oxide colored like jades actually have some minerals of gold and iron. Oh, I forgot. This name was amethyst or something. Sapphire, amethyst? I think amethyst from Minecraft. I love Minecraft. So this is full of jewelry, of jades, stones, diamonds, and minerals like that. Okay, we are going in and
Normally they should put something the life of the Christian people who live in here actually. Interesting. Very nonsense. Let me tackle the security. It shouldn't be something like this in here actually. Alright, ladies and gents, come closer to me please. I want you to touch this stone. It's a sharp rock. No worries, it doesn't cut your hand. Then you can touch to here also. You're gonna see it's very soft material. It's easily dusting. You can touch it.
it's almost like obsidian something.
You are very clever boy. You are very clever boy. I was gonna ask, what kind of stone is this? By the way, it's not stone. It's a glass. Obsidian, volcanic glass. Normally, if you remember in the Uçsar site, I told you before the Persians and after the Persians, normally they were carving to the soft parts with this kind of rock formation. So, for the darker parts, which is more harsh than this one actually, which they started carving with the pickaxes, which is the iron tools. By the way, in here, please do not touch any light inside of the food places. Sometimes the electricity can come out, so also I don't want to see the news in evening about the electricity. So every entrance and the exits of the underground cities, ladies and gentlemen, which is the stables. Why?
Transport like the car.
First reason is that. Second reason is, if you check to the tunnel, which is going to the downside, you cannot carry the animals all the time from the lower level to higher level for feed them. So I'm keeping to the animals in here, especially sheep and the lambs in here, because we don't have long grass level in here. We have small animals. So, which they were keeping to the animals in here. When the intruder comes from the outside, it makes echo in here. And from the lower level, I can hear that kind of a alert system. So when the enemy is coming inside, animals scaring in here, they are making to the sound from the lower levels. I start running to the other paths. Every exit and the entrance. After here, I want you to be careful. It's slippery a little bit. While you are coming down, I want you to step side by side like this. Also, let me show you to the mini map of the underground.
Distracting video.
Is extremely nonsense. There is the. I saw the video about that. When you lost the remote controller, you are having the you are having the law with the television.
You don't
Like this actually. Alright, it doesn't work. Let's go. Yes. Except this kind of stones, everything is the original in here. That one which is the basalt inside of it. So, like I said, multiple volcanoes erupting and all of them mix with each other. So, when I'm making to the underground city in here, you cannot go from the downside to upside, it collapses. So because of it, all the time you have to go up to down. So I'm carving from right side, you are carving from left side. We are making circling like this. So we are going down. And at the lower levels, we are reaching to do each other. But the thing is, let's say I'm carving to here. Then I came with the basalt, which is very harsh. But I do not have the iron tool, pickaxe. So what I'm doing, I'm going to the other side this time. So in here, you can make the mistake while making to the underground city because you don't have X-ray, you don't have radio. You are just saying, Ahmed, Ahmed. You are hearing the voice, you are going to that side. That's the way how they made to the underground cities actually. Otherwise, for example, mistakenly I went to the other side, I'm making that room storage. Free. Long before the 1985, before this place joined the UNESCO culture list, the people, they were living in caves, most of them. So the cave houses, its advantage is all the time like this, but all the time is dusting, for example. And it has the isolation also. For example, outside is -20, inside is still like this. Outside is 40 degrees, you are coming here, it's still like this. That's the reason why we are making our houses from this material. Alright, watch your step. I think the security took mushroom or something and they came here for tripping. There's no explanation for them, this kind of the videos actually. Some people had a high in here actually. What is this? Normally, we had a video in here which they were showing to in this room how the people they are living actually, which they are sitting in the surface, which they are weaving to the small carpets, which they are processing to the lamb leather in here, which we had the small video in here, but
Are these still the original holes?
yeah, everything is original except, like I said, that
Except that
material.
yes.
By the way, you can see this kind of the holes at the surface. Also inside of there we have, you can check it out inside, it's a storage room by the way.
Okay.
That small holes at the right side of yours, you can see the pottery. So when they were making the pottery for the wine, which for the stabilizing, because as you can see the surface is not smooth, for the stabilizing they were making to do this kind of holes. Otherwise, this kind of the holes, which is for the shortcut, also the booby trap. So when you are passing through from the other side, they were killing you with a spear actually because this place is dark. Also another one is we have the hole in here. What is it for? Last time someone told toilet for here actually. I said, how are you gonna do your toilet in here? Someone gives you this support like this actually for you. This one is storage also. But why I'm making like this? Defense. This place is dark. Watch your head. When the soldier is chasing me in the dark, it's my house. I'm memorizing this place. When I'm passing through from here, I know I have to jump on side of the bomb. You don't know. Which means you are falling down, and which they are doing shish kebab from you. Defense. Because the old Christian people, they cannot fight against it, especially Roman soldiers. Legionnaire, Empyrean, Praetorian, huge guys with a huge armor. Especially the Empyreans, which they are carrying to the two-handed sword, which is directly, you are separating the two sides actually. So, which they are using for that. Normally we don't have this iron, and this place is dark. So I passed from here. Also, the guy managed to jump on side of it. Also, another thing is tight tunnels. When I'm entering, I know I have to duck like this, but you don't know, which means black screen. Everything is in here designed for the defense. Like I said, you cannot fight against the Roman Empire. So because of it, all the time they made to the underground cities like this only for defense system. At the right side of yours, we had this small collapsion. Right now they are fixing that. By the way, no worries about the collapsions inside the underground cities. It never collapses when we are inside of it. It collapses after the night. When the temperature is reduces, when the rocks, because of the cold weather which is loosened, it collapses.
This looks all new.
It's new. We made it for the supporting to the cellar actually, the top side of the room. Because like I said, everything is melting. And another thing is, this kind of the place is touristic. All the time the people touching, something is happening, you know. Even you are breathing in here, it's a damage for the rock. Especially inside of the churches and the chapels, staying more than 3 minutes, talking, taking the pictures and videos, all of them forbidden because of the wall paintings. This one is absorbing. Is there anyone who is staying in the cave room?
Yes.
Without the window?
Yes. Yeah, no, it's got a window.
Yeah, I was
So inside of the room, there is small smell, which like the humidity.
damp.
It's because of this rock. Also in here you can take to the same smell. But do not try to smell in here too much because it's very dusty in here. Alright. So let me show you the ventilation shaft. In the underground cities, you don't have a chance to suffer because of the oxygen. If you are suffering, which means you have the claustrophobia. How do you feel?
Fine.
After here, we don't have a chance to go back because it's okay. So, come closer. This one is ventilation shaft for the air conditioning inside. What is the advantage of it? From here I can see that, but from the outside you cannot see that hole, is hidden. So for the air circulation, I'm using that also as a second one. I have the potteries, like this basket actually. I'm collecting to the rain water. Did you collect the rainwater before? Or did you keep it at least 2-3 weeks? Alright, you can try that. One day collect the rainwater and then make it wait 3 weeks. Then you're gonna see it's becoming like this. Mud. Because it's full natural mineral water. So I have the water in here and I have only the 2-3 weeks for the consume it. What can I do? How can I preserve that? Making wine. Making wine. But half fermentation. If I have the grape inside of it. By the way, in Cappadocia we have white wine. White grapes, green grapes. We don't have the green, red ones. Red ones, we have 10%, very low, which is coming from the mostly from Aegean side of Turkey. For here, only the white one. So, if you drink the wine, as you know, it makes you more thirsty, right? So, how they are fixing this situation? Providing your hydration, you are drinking wine, but it makes you more thirsty. How can I settle this situation? I'm making half fermentation. if I have the water, I'm mixing that with grape juice for the having more liquid, for the feeding to the people. Mostly whenever I'm telling to the people they were drinking the wine, they are thinking, oh, what a good life. They are living in here, drinking wine, reading Bible. Also, I'm saying they are organizing to the techno party in here, you know, good atmosphere.
Good idea.
Yeah, German raves in here, which is happening.
With the odd reg coming in.
Yeah. But the problem is you shouldn't make any vibration about this kind of the places because it easily collapses. That's the problem. So which means you cannot give the techno party in here. But if you would, it would be great. I believe that, I feel that. I can see that actually. All right, let me show you to the winery. Watch your heads while coming. Watch your head, watch your head, watch your head. Oh, it's not beautiful. I broke 3 sunglasses inside of the underground city. It was very painful. Alright, you are seeing to the example of the floors of the underground cities. Like I said, every time the entrance and exits which for the stables, mostly after the second and the third level, which the living rooms, kitchen, these kind of the places are starting. We have the place for the making to the wine. Can you see the transfer hall? I'm putting to the grapes in here, stepping on it, taking out its juice, and from the connection hall, I'm collecting inside of the red clay potteries for the fermentation process. So at the right side of it, which we have the one hole, what is this?
A hole.
What is it for?
So the wine is coming here or what?
The wine cannot come from there to here.
Fermentation process.
Do you know tandoori?
Oh, yes.
Tandoori.
Yes.
Oven.
Oh, it
For the understanding to the purpose of the underground cities, the rooms, as a first check the top side of your room. If you see the black smoke sign, which you can understand they burn or they cooked something in here. But did you see the ventilation pot, which is sealed? Normally, when they have the enemy at the outside, of course they were not cooking. They were consuming dried fruits and the dried nuts, which I mentioned you. Cherry trees, walnut trees, apricot trees, especially in here, which all the time they dried them for consuming, for feeding themselves. Otherwise, if you cook something, you release to the smoke outside. I came as an enemy. Where's the food? After eating the food, I killed you. No chance. So because of it, in the peaceful times when they were hiding from the cold weather, of course they cooked in here. Otherwise, dried fruit or dried meat. So why they are making to the oven like this? Let's say I'm cooking for the 100 people. By the way, about the underground cities, no one can give you information how many people lived, how long they lived. Because this rock is not responding to the carbon-14 test. Also, there is no specific information about how many people lived inside of them. We are calculating that from the room number. This one is around of 1,000 to 2,000 people in here. But if you check the Wikipedia, it says that 30,000 people lived in this underground city. I'm saying the total population was the 30,000 in those times in here. So it's impossible. So inside of here, I'm cooking for the 100 people. So which means big pot, right? So I'm making my food, but I need to add more wood. How can I? So I cannot carry, so the pottery is heavy, 100 people food inside of it. So I'm making the hole from there. Whenever I want to add more wood, I'm pushing from here to the bottom side of the pot actually. Also because of that hole, it takes air. So which means it's gonna continue to burning. Also we have this kind of the small holes. Did you see before flaxseed or linseed, flaxseed? which looks like the coffee seed, ladies and gentlemen, this size, which they are taking them and the cold press, which they are doing. So taking out is oil, which is burnable at least 2 and 3 hours for the lightning inside of the underground cities. Alright. Can you see the light in here? Humidity is so high in here. And the problem is, all the time when it's raining, it takes. This rock, it takes air and the water inside of it. Only the problem about the caves in here. So today also we made the kind of a stone which we are calling beams stone, which we are mixing to the beam stones with the volcanic ash, which is 100% protectful, but like I said, you cannot stop to the melting. But if, as a local, if you have the house like this, for example, you got married, you're gonna have child, but you don't have room. You are just taking one pickaxe, you are making your room for your child. Or your mother-in-law gonna visit you and she's gonna do, where is my room? So you can make another room for her. So yeah, you can expand how much you want. Is the advantage of the cave houses in here actually.
Permission for that?
Huh?
You need to have permission?
In those times, no need. Right now you cannot touch anything right now because it's under the protection. But before the 1970s, especially 1960s, even you could do the kind of a palace, underground palace for yourself actually. So where's the toilets?
Next question.
One time there was an Italian guy. Oh. So since the beginning he started. Burak, where are they shitting? Burak, where are they shitting? Are they shitting there? Are they shitting there? At last, he came to here and he saw here. Look here. And he asked me, are they shitting in here? And I became crazy. How can you shit in here? Why are you asking these kind of questions? I told him, wait, I'm gonna help. So even someone needs to take you to the own shoulders, you know, for the toilet in here. It's a mark of linseed oil for the candle. For the toilets, ladies and gentlemen, in the dark times, outside. In here, any cave house, they do not have the toilet in the caves because you cannot make the canalization system inside of it. Is the problem. As a second one, if you cannot go to the outside, which means you're gonna use earth potteries. But your only problem is you cannot say I'm a very shy person. I cannot do my toilet in front of 100 people. No chance, no privacy, nothing. You're about to get killed. You're not thinking about that too much. Alright, ladies and gents, after here, I'm going to give you the free time for the photography. Do you have any question about the underground city?
Do we know roughly how?
It changes, but approximately, at least, we have the 2,000 years to 3,000. Mostly, as a first, in the Hattis time, they made it. Normally, you heard from the Cappadocia Hittites all the time, which they are making to the sun-shaped potteries, maybe you saw in Istanbul. So that civilization mostly we are hearing. But before the Hittites, we had the Hattis in here who tried to escape from the getting killed and the assimilation from the Hittites. The first time who made underground cities, at least 3,000, 3,500 years. Christian people, of course, they used, but after the 0 to 4th century, because the Christianity was forbidden, as you know, because of the Roman Empire. So, by the way, Christianity is not religion, ladies and gentlemen. Christianity is section. For example, today in the Muslim community, we have Sunnis, we have Shia, Iran Muslims, so Sunni, Jafari, Hanafi, which we have lots of the sections of the Muslim community. Christianity is the section of
Judaism.
Yes, because Jesus Christ came as a savior of Jewish people, not the Christians. How did it become the religion from the section? Normally, after the 4th century, 330, with the Milano Agreement, which they made in the small Hagia Sophia, not Istanbul Hagia Sophia. We have 7 Hagia Sophia in Turkey. At the south side of the Turkey, of Istanbul, we have the Bursa Iznik. They made the council in there and they decided to release the Christianity with Roman Empire, Constantine time. Because Constantine saw the pressure from his mother Helena And I said, I saw Jesus Christ, the Lord, in my dream. So you need to release to the people actually. After the 4th century, Christianity released free. Then they settled to the monasteries in here. After the 5th, 6th century, by the Theodosius the first time, Christianity became religion. Because the Theodosius said, Christianity is the main religion of Roman Empire. Good information, eh? You can send this information wherever you want, free. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, our time is 12:20. Let's say the 12:35 for here. At the left side of yours, this is writing to the exit çıkış. So you can come out from that tunnel if you feel like it's too tight. You can use the same way if no one is coming.
So
But-
you can go from there outside.
Yeah, from there. But it's okay, even I passed from that tunnel with a 120 kilogram guy inside of it, it was fine. He couldn't fit like this, but he fit like the side by side, you know, like crab. Alright, if you don't have the question, have fun.
When did they discover this?
Every underground city, they have the different time for the discovery. The most of them after the 1950s. Because the long time they stopped using to the underground cities actually. Some people they were using for the potato, onion, pumpkin storage, this kind of places.
So when they
Whenever I'm going on stairs, it feels like I'm in an.
You are feeling bad.
No.
No?
I'm feeling like I'm in a British biscuit when it is covered with caves.
What's that mean?
Biscuits.
Biscuit,
Feels-
yeah.
You get the, you got the biscuit-like texture.
Alright, on your heads, it is possible, your hands on your head. What happened? Alright, let's come over.
For me, it's a problem. It's really small.
Okay, that's really small. I can do this. Who am I born for? For adventure. For adventure, I was born. I would go in. It fit in. I can do this. I can do this shit. Astaghfirullah. Okay. Let's go. Oh my god, let's go. Oh, it's very easy though. It's easy as hell, bruh. What's hard about this? Bro, it's easy as hell, bro. Oh my god. You know what? For the fun of the life, I would not go in. Okay. What if someone is coming out and I just intervened in? Okay. Okay. This is interesting.